In the process, there's a great lesson, and I'll tell you the story behind it for those that haven't heard it. It's a very powerful one. And that powerful one is this. My sister, 15 years old, had a problem. She was kicked out of school. And she was kicked out of school because she got around the wrong group of people and did the wrong things. Then she got kicked out of school again. And then she went to a different school and got kicked out of school and got around the wrong friends. So finally my mother took her home to homeschool. And before you knew it, my sister didn't like that. She was 15 years old and she wanted to run away. And so she left and called me up, and I was in another state going to college. And she's like, Mitch, I need money. I go, why do you need money? She goes, because I need money. I just ran away. I said, you did what? She goes, I go, if you want money, you have to get a job. She goes, I can't get a job because I'm only 15. I said, well, you then need to go back home. And she goes, no, I need a job. And I said, Serena, I said, I have a job for you. And this has transformed countless lives and has taught a great lesson. And that lesson was this, that if you have the ability and the opportunity to do this, do it. And this is what's going to happen to transform our lives. I said, Serena, I'll pay you because I have many books I want to read that I don't have time to read. I'll pay you per hour. Back then, $3.50 an hour was minimum wage. I said, I'll pay you $7 an hour, almost double. Actually, it was double. And I said, all you have to do is go to the biggest library in the country, the San Diego Public Library, and start getting these books and just read them so that you can be able to tell me and teach me and just kind of read them per hour. I'll pay you per hour, and then just give me a report of what you learned. If you do that, then I'll pay you every week on an honor system, and every time you just fax me what you've learned and then how many hours, and I'll pay you. So I gave her a list of books. Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Magic of Thinking Big, the autobiography of Abraham Lincoln, and all that began to grow and grow. And she began to read. And I began to pay her week after week after week. You know what happened? She went through those whole 20 books, then 22 books, then 25 books, then 50 books. She read over 150 books that year. I paid her over $7,772. What a perfect job. It transformed her life. And then I asked her, I said, Serena, after reading all these books, more than I've read, more than most people read, what made these people successful? And just turning 16, she came up with a formula that to this day, people still do not guess, no matter what group I'm in. And it was something plus something equals success. And after a while, you usually could guess one, which was persistence. But people never guess the next. And they guess and guess. And the reason why is the school system has changed it where we don't learn. You know what that next one is? Some of you maybe didn't hear it. What is that next one? It's failure. And why is it failure? Because you cannot succeed unless you what? And you know what I found out? Successful people are persistent failures. That you can't succeed unless you what? And you need to fail too. And so for those of you that have failed, guess what? Congratulations. And those of you who maybe have not yet started because you think you may what? Fail? Guess what? You have to fail too. And you know that the reason why most people never start is because they're afraid they may what? And then when they do start and they do fail, guess what they do? They quit. Because they don't realize that you cannot succeed unless you what? Success cannot be unless you persist through failures. So I have a new definition for successful people. Successful people are persistent failures. Successful people are persistent failures. So all of you now know that if you've had that happen, you're on your way.